Welcome to Derry, Pennywise's Time Loop Explained. Now that we've finished the first season of Welcome to Derry, we can discuss the important topics that need addressing. This series created a backstory for Pennywise that wasn't covered in the books. The show doesn't spoil the books because it focuses on events that were never explained in Stephen King's original work. It particularly expands on the character of Pennywise, who won audiences over in the films. The main reason this series is so beloved is that it has stories to tell beyond what's in the book. However, the message the show wants to deliver is quite different. In episode 8 of the first season, Pennywise revealed that time doesn't exist as a concept for him. Past, present, and future are all concepts he can experience simultaneously. Because he's not a four-dimensional character but a multidimensional one, he doesn't perceive time the way we do. So what was Pennywise really trying to tell us? The true prison. What traps Pennywise isn't the meteorite fragments around Derry. Those are just physical barriers. Pennywise can see many alternative endings waiting for him in the future, and he's aware he can change the future. However, he's stuck within a specific time period. Pennywise has been on Earth for millions of years, but he has no future. He can't see beyond 2016 because that's when he was defeated. Pennywise's goal is to go back in time, though for him it's not really going back, but rather removing this barrier. He doesn't have many options. That's why over 3 seasons, he'll focus on things that could change the future. Season 1's true purpose. The first season took place in 1962. His apparent goal was to find and kill the families of the future Losers Club members. But his real aim was to escape the boundaries of Derry. Because in the future, it's not just the natives of Derry who cause problems for Pennywise. In the first film, we know many outsiders, like Ben, also troubled Pennywise. If he could cross the boundary, he could eliminate them too. But because of Maturin, Pennywise keeps failing. He almost killed Marge, but couldn't because of Dick Halloran, who drank the root and developed his shine. Earlier, he tried to kill Lily but failed because of the meteorite fragment. Pennywise's true goal isn't just killing these simple children. He's trying to go even further back to solve the problem at its root. How many times has the future changed? In the second film, Pennywise used Mike to defeat the Losers Club. Mike gave his friends false hope, making them come to him. When they returned to town from outside, the losers would be killed brutally by Pennywise. There's a phenomenon that only those with strong willpower can perceive. If someone looks into the Deadlights and their willpower is truly strong, they can see certain things. Some people go into a coma from what they see, while others understand it. In the first film, after everything Beverly went through, she was no longer afraid of Pennywise. Her lack of fear and her display of willpower allowed her to see the future in the Deadlights. She witnessed all her friends dying in their adult forms, like Stanley's death at the beginning of the second film. Even though Pennywise knew Stanley lived outside of town, he knew Stanley would die. If everything had gone as it should have, he would have killed the future version of the Losers Club too. But he was attacked from an unexpected place, and his physical body died. The important thing here is that normally everyone was going to die, but only 2 people ended up dying. Stanley died at the beginning of the film, and Eddie also died. So if the future keeps changing, why can't Pennywise escape this loop? The time loop explained. The real problem is this: every time Pennywise changes the past, he has to experience a new future. For example, after the black spot incident, he knew he needed to go to sleep so he could return stronger in the future, in 1989. But he decided to tamper with the past a bit. By manipulating the army and trying to escape Derry's boundaries, his physical body was damaged. Notice how this character supposedly knows the future, but when he's about to attack Lily, doesn't he know there will be a meteorite fragment there? If he knew, he would wait for it to be removed before attacking. Similarly, when he was about to attack Marge, he should have understood what Dick was doing, but he didn't. Because this was happening to him for the first time. Experiencing new timelines. Throughout this series, we're actually watching a new timeline that Pennywise has altered each time. He's experiencing a time he's just now living through and can't escape this loop. Maybe in season 3, he'll manage to escape, and then the long-awaited third film will come. But from what we understood in the first season, this entity is constantly struggling at different points in history to change the future, and Maturin won't let him change important critical moments. Until the final season, we'll watch a Pennywise trying to escape the time he's trapped in. He'll try everything but reach the same point each time. Maybe in the end, he'll go insane and try to destroy the entire town. If he realizes that no matter what he does because of Maturin, he's stuck in this time period, and if he says, "I'm dying in 2016 anyway," then he can do anything. Right now, he's experiencing possibilities he never lived through in maybe I'll escape mode. But what will happen when he's experienced all possibilities and still can't make any progress? Which timeline succeeds? We're only watching the new possibilities Pennywise experiences. If we were watching what he'd already lived through, he'd know what would happen and take precautions. The important thing will be which of all the possibilities he sees and experiences will finally allow him to escape. Like Doctor Strange, if he can only escape in 1 out of 14,605 possibilities, that escape will most likely happen in Season 3. If because of Maturin he can't escape in any possibility, he'll likely lose his mind. Pennywise must do something to escape this time imprisonment. But what will he do? Can he really manage to free himself from this time period? Warner Brothers and the future. Warner Brothers isn't currently planning to make a third film, folks. Because the series is so impressive, they might want to release one more theatrical film, but they'll need to plan a grounded story instead of a forced scenario. The truth is this, at the end of the film, IT didn't actually die. Because it was just an avatar that the Deadlights projected into the world. And the Deadlights weren't destroyed in the second film, they were just banished from the world. Those who know Stephen King's universe know that banished things love to return one day. So IT's goal might not be to prevent its physical form, its avatar, from dying, but to make plans to return from where it was banished. The key to return. But how will it accomplish this? If it can't break the time loop, the key to escaping might be its greatest weakness. This creature crashed into Derry millions of years ago thanks to meteorite fragments, and we later discovered these fragments can absorb its power. They store the power they absorb within themselves. If IT stores a significant portion of its power inside these fragments, returning wouldn't be impossible. Because the fact that these fragments are still in the world, in Derry, seems really important for its return. The first season dealt with this meteorite fragment issue. The first step toward Pennywise's return has been taken. So what will happen in the remaining seasons? Why do you think Pennywise is so interested in these fragments reappearing? He's aware of their nature and knows very well how they work. If we look at it from this angle, what brought him to the world could be the key to his return. The power storage plan. If he manages to transfer some of his power to these fragments right before the losers defeat him, the key to his return could emerge. But there's one flaw in this plan. Regaining his power might take millions of years. But what if, even after he's gone, he plans something that will cause chaos, disaster, and fear in the town? Then he'd gain power again and could recover quickly. The reason IT's recovery time takes millions of years is because in the past, the town area was deserted. But with the discovery of America, native tribes were hunted and killed. The chaos and brutality that emerged during this time caused IT to gain power. That's why IT's recovery took millions of years, but maybe it could recover in just a few days. Its feeding depends on how much chaos exists. The 2016 advantage. Notice that in 2016, the town has a settlement area larger than ever before. This will be the key to Pennywise's return. Because all he needs to do to regain his physical body is feed again. If he can't change the past and break this loop, he'll affect something in the future that allows him to return. If Maturin is cosmically intelligent, then IT is cosmically intelligent too. The first season was extremely clear about what it wanted to convey. If they evaluate the remaining 2 seasons well, they can focus on how this creature gains power while feeding. Because you know the series consists of 8 one-hour episodes, and in the new season, we'll watch a more focused story rather than things like the army or the discovery of meteor fragments. Why we didn't see Pennywise early on. The reason we didn't see Pennywise in the first 4 episodes of Season 1 was actually due to writer and actor strikes. Because Bill Skarsgård couldn't be involved in the series during this period, unfortunately, we couldn't see Pennywise in the first 4 episodes. But in Seasons 2 and 3, we'll see plenty of Bill Skarsgård, plenty of Pennywise. The cult strategy. In the past, Pennywise made Bob Gray's daughter serve him. How many children who came to the asylum did he make into his food? This way, he managed to leave a legacy for the future. Now what he really needs to do is find human servants loyal to him like Bob Gray's daughter Ingrid. If he succeeds in this and creates a chain spanning generations, I'm talking about founding a cult, then he'll manage to return. Imagine if there were a group of people worshipping Pennywise, just as there are people who worship the devil, and they would serve him for generations. In the future, they could even perform a ritual to bring him back. All he has to do is deceive others the way he deceived Ingrid in 1935. And believe me, for a demonic entity that can see its opponent's greatest weaknesses, this isn't difficult at all. What Ingrid did for Pennywise added to his power. First, she fed him the children in the asylum one by one. Then, thanks to the black spot incident, he experienced such satisfaction that he ended the 27-year cycle. The ultimate plan. After finding 1 or 2 useful human allies like Ingrid and idiots descended from them, he'll have guaranteed his return. This is my main thought about Pennywise's ultimate plan at this point. Let's see if I'll be proven right in the new seasons. Now we'll wait 2 years for the second season. But they won't keep the gap between seasons 2 and 3 too long. That's why they're thinking of extending the series until 2028 at most. Yes, folks, I hope you enjoyed the content I prepared. If there are other videos you'd like to see, don't forget to write them in the comments. That's all from me for now. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.